every Wednesday with our friends at Hansen Real Estate Group.
It's time for the open house on WHTL.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent?
You're joking, right? I don't joke about real estate.
With the Hansen Real Estate Group.
I never understood why people are so afraid to eat at an open house.
I know.
The open house starts right now.
Every Wednesday here on WHCL, and today we get to welcome Jacob Lallemont into the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Pretty good. Winter returned.
Yes, it did. Not done with us yet.
No, and it kind of makes sense because it is women's basketball tournament weekend, and it always gets cold and snowy.
It sure seems like it.
I know. So anyway, we're not out of the woods yet. It's going to be a chilly week. Snow off and on. The highs on Monday and Tuesday in the 20s.
Yeah, going to be a cold one for a bit here.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods.
That's right.
Mother Nature, you can't figure her out.
Right.
How's the market? Is it okay?
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely with spring approaching here, a lot more activities, some phone calls about new listings, about people looking for properties. So definitely picking up with the time of year here.
There's some, you wanted to talk about hidden costs and so on today, because I think that's a really good topic, because when people are about to buy a home, they usually think of what the purchase price is. But, there are other costs that they should be aware of. Am I right in that?
Yeah, 100%, Mark. You're definitely correct there. Obviously one big one is the closing costs. You'll have your lender fees depending on your loan program there, title work, some kind of stuff like that. I mean, it could be around 2% to 5% of the purchase price depending on what your loan situation is. So,
and, a lot of people don't think about that. They think, okay, well, I've got my down payment and, we've got the purchase price set, but there's always extra costs that are coming down the pike.
Yep, no doubt.
Now, inspections are important too. Is that something that the buyer picks up, inspections?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely negotiable, but traditionally the buyers do pick up a lot of the inspection costs there, and that's just something else to keep in mind depending on your situation. I mean, be a few $100, $400 or $500 for a home inspection. Obviously, some other ones, especially out in the country, maybe, or if you get a well inspection or septic inspection, radon test has gotten more and more popular. So those are just some costs that you'll want to either plan for or potentially negotiate with the seller with.
And definitely have your home inspected before you buy it.
We certainly recommend it, yeah.
Yeah, that way you don't walk into any real surprises.
Right. Yeah, that can be a big hidden cost then. So.
Okay, well, once you've bought the house and so on, now there's some additional monthly costs that you need to budget in too.
Yeah, without question. So, everybody is, always talking with their lender about their interest rate and trying to get their mortgage payment figured out. But, a big one, obviously, homeowners insurance is something you have to plan for there.
Right.
And then property taxes, which can be quite steep depending where you're at there. Just stuff you got to kind of plan for, for that extra monthly bill there to make sure everything's getting paid up. So.
Yeah, everything is always more expensive than you think. There are two rules in life. Everything's more expensive than you think it will be, and everything takes longer than you think it will.
Yeah, that's some pretty good rules there.
All right. What about other hidden expenses that people need to be aware of?
Yeah, so, something people should look at or buyers should look at when looking at a home is what do you need to do to it or feel like you want to do to it once you purchase it? Are you going to paint the house? Are there little small repairs you're going to do? Are you getting new appliances? Are you, moving yourself? Or are you hiring movers? So just kind of costs that add up, definitely, after closing, you just spent that down payment money, and now if you want to do a bunch of stuff, it's just something you definitely are going to want to plan ahead for before purchasing the home.
That way you can eliminate those surprises once you start actually moving in, and you don't run into a situation where you open the door and just start throwing money inside.
Right. Well, and even outside, you buy a place in the country with a couple acre lawn, you're going to need a good sized mower to get that done, and that's
or
another
a good neighbor.
Right, yeah, or a good neighbor. That's right. But it just costs like that people don't think about. Is what equipment do I need to maintain this property? What do I want to do to the property? Stuff like that people, they get excited about the home, they love the location, but obviously there's some extra stuff that comes with keeping it in that good shape that you first fell in love with.
You always have to plan for the contingencies.
For sure.
or else you're going to be surprised and it's going to cost you money you didn't expect.
Exactly.
And, that's the nice thing about working with a realty firm like yours, or the pros at Hansen Realty. You can help them, be aware of all those and not be blindsided at the last minute.
Yeah, without question. Obviously a good realtor and a good lender are kind of the two tools you need in your toolbox there when you're looking to buy a home that'll really help break down those costs for you, make sure that, you're getting into something that is manageable for you from a financial standpoint.
Now, you got some properties you want to talk about, and, some nice ones, too.
Yeah, no doubt, Mark. So the first one we got here, about 2.75 acre lot, less than 10 minutes from here in Whitehall, out on County Road D there. There's great deer sign, so it could be a great, cheap hunting parcel.
Right.
Could be a great investment property, potentially, a potential building site there. Definitely a lot of versatility to this property. With being small acreage, you won't have the big price tag of a 100-acre farm there. So definitely an interesting opportunity for somebody here on auction now. Bidding ends March 30th. So if you're interested, get those bids in soon.
So this is an auction property.
Yes, sir.
And is it zoned for residential if you want?
It is not right now. It is zoned productive forest land right now.
Okay.
So, you'd need to talk with the town of Preston and Trimble County about that possibility. It could be a neat site for it, but a little bit of steps to go through there.
All right. And, for a nice little hunting getaway, that would be a nice little location.
Yeah, there's some great sign for being a small acreage parcel. The deer are everywhere there. So.
And just right outside of... just not far from here, right in the town of Preston. So
you bet.
You can check that out online. Go ahead and check it out. And if you want to make a bid, go ahead. When is the auction end?
Yeah, March 30th here at 6 o'clock. So.
All right. And a couple of other properties, both in Blair.
Yeah. So the next one here, this is a truly beautiful property here, Mark, up on Brecky Ridge there. So we have a 4-bed, 4-bath home, 5.31 acres, large shop with living quarters in it. Some of the great features, there's a home theater, bar downstairs. It's real open concept, living and kitchen area. Just a truly amazing home, recently reduced here to $749,900, so down about $20,000.
That is a big house, 5,400 square feet. That's a big house.
It is, yeah.
And what a beautiful location, too,
Yeah.
up there on top of the ridge. That's a really nice location.
No doubt. There's some incredible views up there.
And then commercial property in Blair.
Yeah. So, whatever your business is, this has the space to fit it. You're sitting on 3.2 acres, so you do have some lot space there if you needed to, have equipment or whatever it may be out there. Large buildings that would allow for manufacturing or, repair space, whatever you may need. There's office space available as well. So it really just fits a large variety of businesses, listed at $1.2 million right now. It can fit pretty much what you're thinking of. So if you need some space for your business, this is it.
Yeah, you're not going to find many commercial properties of that size anywhere around the area for that kind of money.
Yeah. No doubt. It's a tough find, and so if you're looking to expand your business, this is definitely the spot for you.
And obviously, it's a big enough property where you could even build additional buildings if you wanted to.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, and both of those are conventional sales?
Yes, sir.
Check them out, and hregroup.com.
You bet.
Now, if people want to reach you, Jacob, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, call or text me anytime at 608-863-3928.
All right, Jacob Lallemont, one of the pros from Hansen Real Estate Group. Always good to see you.
Good to see you, Mark.
All right, check them out at HansenRealEstateGroup.com. Open house every Wednesday here on WHTL.
Farmers, ranchers, and producers, you're up before the sun, tending herds, feeding communities, building your legacy. RCIS understands the